case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for.
The Utah Supreme Court case, Sullivan v. Scoular Grain Company of Utah, held hearings in 1993 on a case focused on the apportionment of fault. The unique situation where an immune employer and dismissed entity were involved incited fresh controversy, forcing a detailed review of the Utah Liability Reform Act's stance on determining the fault in such complex scenarios. Kenneth Sullivan, the plaintiff, was subject to a severe accident on the railroad tracks at the Freeport Center in Clearfield, Utah, in October 1986. At the time, Sullivan was employed by the Scoular Grain Company, Freeport Center Associates, and Scoular Grain Company of Utah. The lawsuit led to repercussions involving several entities, including Utah Power and Light, Track Mobile, G.W. Van Keppel, Union Pacific Railroad, and Oregon Shortline Railroad. Interestingly, an entity named D and RG was dismissed from the case early on. The trial court ruling hinged on the Utah Liability Reform Act, which detailed that while the jury could consider an immune employer's possible fault, a dismissed defendant couldn't be part of the apportionment process. The exception specified adjudicated parties at fault, who were removed from the case. Intriguingly, Sullivan appealed his case to the higher court invoking Rule 41 of the Utah Rules of Appellate Procedure, and the case transferred from the United States District Court for the District of Utah. Two major issues regarding the apportionment of fault prompted the Utah Supreme Court to reevaluate the complex interplay of the Liability Reform Act and Utah Workers' Compensation Act. The court's pivotal decision upheld the Utah Liability Reform Act's provision allowing immune employers or insurers to partake in fault apportionment, even if they're protected under the Utah Workers' Compensation Act. Concurrently, the court upheld the rule that dismissed parties should be excluded from the fault apportionment process, striking a crucial balance in the understanding of fault parsing in similar legal battlegrounds.
Case briefs, and so much more. LSData's got what you're looking for. Visit lsd.law, elevate your mind. Leave the stress of class.